you believe it? All right, I'm going to start off with a story. It's probably a story you have some variant on yourself. Okay, so I'm young. And ever so often, like, candy would appear. It might be the holidays, something like that. I remember there was a box of gumdrops. And they were really tasty gumdrops, covered in sugar and, candy-like. Anyway, I was young. They didn't want me to have too much candy. You had that problem when you were a kid. Like, you just don't know when you're full when it comes to sweet things. And so my parents would take the box of the gumdrops. They put it at the top of the bookcase. And I was about 3 feet shorter than my short ass now, and I couldn't reach them, despite chairs or ladders or anything like that. Anyway, when I finally got to have those gumdrops, they tasted really good, probably because I've been thinking about those gumdrops and I had no access to them. Where I'm going with this is that you may have seen that there was a report in a journal of psychology. Get this, really, whoa, ready for the mind blown. Children, there's an allure of M-rated games for them. When it's M-rated and they say naughty, naughty, hands off, they're like, oh no, I want to play it. Can you believe it? No, neither can I. And tomorrow's Wednesday. Actually, no, it's Thursday because you're watching this on Wednesday. Anyhow, obviously that's just an obvious thing that was stated, but it's in a journal of psychology. I think it does indicate something that I'm remembering a lot about being young and that sense of naughtiness. Because that sense of naughty that you're not supposed to have access to something is also what allows for some intellectual exploration. When I was, I think, 14, I got really into books that had been banned in the past, and I happened to find one of them on my parents' shelf as well, because there's many things on my parents' shelf. Henry Miller's Tropic of Capricorn. If you haven't read it, check it out, especially the section about Rita in the vestibule. Never forget that. I read this book because it has lots and lots and lots of sex in it, but it was also this wonderful treatise, stream of consciousness, discussion on life and art, and really, when I read that, I wanted to be a writer, and it took that kind of dark allure, me quietly, sneaking it off the bookcase and reading it at the dead of night to really make sort of the magic on that page pop off and, make those words feel so much more luscious. If it's always Dick and Jane or something that's age appropriate, you can tell when it's age appropriate and you feel like you're being pandered to, you're being patronized. What I'm saying is, and I'm not saying all kids should go out there and play M-rated games, but this sense that you really shouldn't have it, that there's this clear cutoff at the age of 17, and somehow when you become 18, your brain is, whoa, hold on, I can handle this content now. Same thing with drinking. That's why we have so many young alcoholics in this country, because we really work so hard to not teach them how to drink responsibly before the age of 21. Same thing with sex, if no one's going to teach you how to, deal with sex appropriately, that's how you're going to end up having sex without a condom going, whoa, I know where babies come from now. What I'm saying is, and this is much lesser because it's applied to video games, but there is something that can be informative about seeing content that is not intended for you. It teaches you a little bit more about the adult world, and it makes you access it in a way that you might regard a little bit more responsibly. And, I think that's all we can hope for in these days.